coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. Appreciate the love. Boom, 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 boom. I appreciate the support. You dig? We out here, man. 33, man. 33 years of prison stories, man. Pushing P, pushing positive energy. All day, every day, 24/7, 365, man. We trying to catch them before they get too late. You know, catch them before they get too old. Catch them before the streets catch them. You know, put some good positive energy in them, man, before they go out there and get all that negative, man. We trying to feed the positive, starve the negative. We trying to change the narrative, you know. Give them the real game, man, and not the falsehood that they're going to get out there in the streets, man. Because what they're going to get out there in the streets is going to get them in the penitentiary. And once they get in the penitentiary, their main goal is to try to get back on the street. So we trying to cut that off, man, keep them from getting in the penitentiary, man, and stay on the streets, because that's where you want to be. That's where you're supposed to be. Man and woman is not meant to be caged up like animals, you know. So we out here, man, pushing that positive energy. So I appreciate everybody who rocking with me, man. Everybody who support the movement. Everybody who support the videos. Everybody who share the videos. Everybody who, you know, meet me in the morning mud. Everybody who meet me on Twitch. Everybody who leave a comment. Everybody who talks to me, because you know that I talk back. I just want to let y'all know I appreciate the love, man, and we ain't going to stop. We're going to keep on going. When we hit the road bumps, when we hit the roadblocks, when we hit the speed bumps, we just going to keep on running right on through it, man, because we on a mission. I tell you one more time, this is a movement. It's not a moment. So everybody that's locked in with TBP Nation, man, salute. I appreciate you. Let's get it. Let's get it. Man, today, man, a lot of my videos recently been coming from, you know, that morning mud, or either coming from the comments or whatnot, man. So, because that's what's been at the forefront of my mind. You know, been a little bit behind, so I've been trying to get back in it. So when I go to make these videos, usually I just got finished doing the morning mud, or just got finished having conversation or reading comments. So today is no different, man. You know, I spoke a lot about you know, Wallace Ridge when I was up there, a whole lot about it, man. Did a whole series on these different prisons. So I did a lot with the Wallace Ridge prison. But, you know, I said something the other day that just was organic. It just came out because that's just the way I feel, man. And somebody kept on talking about it, and it just made me think on that term. You know, when I said, you know, up there, you know, you dealing with the Hillbilly Mafia, man. You know, and that's how I felt like they was, man, because it wasn't nothing but a bunch of racist hillbillies, man, but they was running that place like the mafia, because, you know, they had, you know, full say and the final say of anything that went on up there, man. And the games that they was playing up there, man, for them to be hillbillies, man, they were definitely you know, up on game, man, as far as, like, you know, the way that they was getting away with the things that they was getting away with. The treatment that they was giving us, the racism, you know, the violence, the brutality, you know, they was getting away with it, man, for a long time. I mean, even before I got there and even after I left, to my understanding, there's a whole lot of it still going on. It may not be as worse as it was when it first started, but it's still definitely going on, man. It's just a part of the way the administration is run up there. And it ain't no supervision up there. It ain't nobody overseeing them. Ain't nobody calling the shots. You know, fact checking what's going on up there. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they basically got carte blanche, man, to do what they want to do to you when you up there. I told a whole lot of y'all, man, when I left that joint right there, I seriously felt like that was the first time I made parole, man. That's how, you know, happy I was to get up off of that joint, because it was vicious. You know, and it was dangerous for many, many reasons, you know. In a lot of ways, you know, depending upon who you was, you need to fear the administration more than you did, you know, the people around you, the convicts and the inmates. Because depending upon who you was, you know, the prison know who you is, so they know certain dudes know, you know what I'm saying, how you coming and what it's gonna take to get at you. Administration ain't care. You know what I'm saying? They was a bunch of hillbillies, you know, a bunch of racists, and they felt like the position they was in and the color of their skin that they was gonna win no matter what happened. So, you know, like I say, the rumors and the things that was coming from there before I got up there made me never want, you know, to end up there in the mountains. And you know, unfortunately I did. But when I got there, you know, I could confirm a whole lot of things that was going on up there. But, you know, even before I got there, I told you I seen dudes that was coming back down on lowland, man, that had, you know, all types of, you know, bruises and all types of injuries and, you know, missing teeth and broken limbs and, you know, battle scars and, you know, I mean, it was crazy, man. I was just saying to myself, man, ain't no way in God's green earth I want to go up there, because I just felt like if I went there, man, you know, I would end up being a casualty, because some of the stuff that happened to them dudes up there, if they would have did it to me, man, I felt like I more than likely would have made them kill me, man, because I'd have been on that type of time on some revenge, man. I just would have had to, you know, so yeah, man. So I never wanted to end up there, man. And when I did, man, it was everything they said it was. Yeah, it was all that, man, and then some. You know, all the COs were just, like I said, they was corrupt, man. A lot of them was illiterate. You know what I'm saying? We didn't find that out till later on, because they didn't really like paperwork at all. They didn't want you to turn in no paperwork. They'll rip it up in front of you. And, you know what I'm saying, we you know, I ain't even never had seen that before being locked up. But we found out later they was ripping it up because they couldn't read it. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't read it and they ain't want to deal with it. And they actually got an attitude with you and wanted to, you know, to do things to you, man, when you was trying to write stuff up. You know, normally when you turn in a grievance or you turn in a complaint form or anything, they'll be like, you know what I'm saying, you know, take the Joan and turn it to who it posted. When you turn it in up there, they ask you who you writing up. What you writing it up for? You could just look at it and read it, but you know, they couldn't read. You know what I'm saying? But they was getting jobs up there because of the economy, man. So building the prison up there was basically, man, to build up their community, man, to build up their, you know, their economics in their area, because it wasn't about us. And they just threw people in there to give them a job, man, that ain't had nothing to do with the prisons and knew anything about penology or, you know, rehabilitation or nothing like that, man. They just was thrown in there, and then they was just so racist. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even really, you know, like people other than their own. You know what I'm saying? So what are you doing working here? You know, but it was what it was, man. And see, that's part of being locked up, man. You would get put in these positions that you would never think you would be in. You know, and now you in them. You know what I'm saying? And they was just straight cowards, man. And they was able to do what they wanted to do because they had the advantage, man. Like I say, you know, ain't no fun if the coward got the gun, man, you know. So everybody that they ever disliked, you know, all their racism, all of their, if they was ever encountered a different colored person on the street and won't, you know, brave enough to stand up to them, all of this was at their disposal now. They can take all that out on you. You is the fall guy. You is the bottom of the barrel. They say what they want, talk how they want, treat you how they want, and ain't had to answer to nobody, and get paid for it, You dig? So, man, they had it too good, man. And like I say, man, the violations that they was doing up there was crazy. You know, they before I got there, man, they had beat people to death in cells. Yeah, beat them to death in cells, and no one, to my knowledge, had lost their job, had, you know, got fired behind it. And I mean, you know, I heard a few suspensions and people was back to work, man. I'm talking about jokers losing their life. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, they breaking bones. They was doing it all. I heard they had the cattle prongs there, you know, before. Then they ended up having to get rid of them because dudes put lawsuits. They got these big burns all over their body from cattle prongs and had filed lawsuits or whatnot. Crazy, crazy, man. And then them old hillbillies started getting slick, man. You know, they started getting slick. Some of them hillbillies started wanting money. They started, you know, Because at first, like I told y'all in the Wallace Reed series, I would have never thought you could corrupt one of them to bring, you know, nothing illegal in. You know what I'm saying? But I guess when it come to money, everybody is corruptible. You know what I'm saying? Because they start bringing in, you know, freak books, selling freak books, and, you know, bringing in weed and bringing in tobacco. You know, because money gonna make you do it. You know what I'm saying? Money gonna make you do it, man. But they was so slick with it. They was bringing in stuff and giving it to people, and they know who got it. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they'll tell another shift to go shake them down and take it back. They'll get it, lock the people up that they bought it to, and then resell it to somebody else. Resell it to some, and it just, the process kept going on, and jokers kept falling for it and buying the stuff, and knowing what was gonna go down behind it. Knowing what was gonna go down behind it, and all the time they getting paid. They'll get freak books and sell them to dudes, and get another ship to go shake them down, take it away from them, and take them and go sell them to other convicts, man, on the other side. The same books. Terrible, man. I'm telling you, man, the corruption up there was crazy, man. Them hillbillies was getting it, man. They was getting it. They was getting slicker and slicker by the day, but they was picking up game from just being around, you know, the convicts, and you know, just absorbing that and knowing what they could do and what they couldn't do, how they could finesse and how they couldn't finesse. They was learning. On the job training, they was learning. You know what I'm saying? And the most vicious game to me that they started playing was with them gangs, because they know it was mostly gangs up there. So when you got all these gangs up there, they would start pitting the gangs against each other. You know what I'm saying? They was getting the gangs to do their dirty work in order to, you know, not lean on the gang so much. You know, you had shifts that would tell the gang, look, man, dude get smart with them or whatever, and they, you know, they want the gangs to go whoop them. They'll say, man, y'all can go get them. We ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't gonna shoot y'all. And then when y'all finish, just get out of the way. We'll shoot them. Yeah, and we gonna make it look like, you know, he attack you. They was doing all of that up there. All of that up there, man. So man, when I tell y'all this was a dangerous place to be, it was a dangerous place to be. Because when you got all of that going on, man, you don't know what can happen to you or when it can happen to you, because you know what I'm saying, it's all at their disposal. You know what I'm saying? It's all at their disposal. And the gangs was falling for it too, man. You know, falling for the old okie doke, man. You know what I'm saying? They was getting it, they was deep in that, because they felt like, you know, that put them at advantage. But at the same time, they'll crack down on the gang. If it's another shift that don't even like them and don't know what they got going on with the other officers and stuff, they'll lock them up anyway, or get on them about this, or get on them about that. You see what I'm saying? So it just was all twisted up there, man. It was all wicked, man. Everything up there was wicked. The atmosphere was wicked. It smelled wicked. You know, everything was just wicked up that joint. You know, and man, I had a bad vibe the whole time I was up there. The whole time they walking around, they chewing tobacco, they spitting tobacco out. You know, if you in the seg, man, they serving the food, man. Some of them up there weighing 400, 350 pounds, and they walking around with their belly hanging all big, the uniform uncouth, all unbuttoned. You know, they got plumbers crack. They wearing a size 20 shoe, you know, and probably a size 40 hat, head big as, man, yeah, it was a whole lot of, you know, some inbreeding or something going on up there, man. I'm telling you, man, you have to see this stuff to understand it. And man, they was doing what they wanted to do. They serving them food, sweat dripping all off their head. They leaning over the tray. They chewing tobacco, man. boy, I'm trying to tell y'all, better stay up out them penitentiaries, man. Yeah, that joint was wicked, man. And you know, they when they cracking down on you, they lying, you know, they writing charges, man. They don't even know how to write charges. The ones who do know how to write charges, them the ones they'll get the right charges. An officer don't even supposed to write no charge on you if he won't there present when something happened. You know what I'm saying? But other officers was writing charges on you. You couldn't beat the charge. You know, he ain't had nothing to do with it. Ain't seen nothing. Ain't witnessed nothing or anything. He'll still write the charge. You get smart with one of them, frown your face up at one of them, man, they down on you. They coming to shake your cell down. They put a knife on you. They come to the cell with a knife in their pocket and say they found it in your cell. Yeah, man, this joint was crazy, man. It was just a crazy place to be on, man. You know, and some of the things I seen up there, the brutality alone that I seen, because they weren't scared, you know what I'm saying, to do what they was doing in open. Because all of them they gonna lie for each other. They gonna say it ain't never happened. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say it ain't never happened, and all the cameras gonna be like, oh, well, it won't on, or it won't in that area, or the footage is gonna be dark. All of that going on up there. All of that going on, man. The Hillbilly Mafia, man, was in control of that joint, man. I told y'all that joint when I seen him walking that dude. That was one of the first incidents I seen of the brutality myself, to see him walking that dude out because he was kicking the door and was trying to get the people's attention. Man, they came in there and got that dude while everybody was out for wreck, and I'm in there, a couple of other dudes in there, and they walking that dude out with them handcuffs behind his back, and he hollering and tell that dude to call his mama, and man, they telling him to be quiet and shut up. He ain't doing nothing but talking. He already cuffed up. Cuffs already behind him, and they clipped that dude, man, from the front and fell flat on that concrete floor with his face, man. Boom! Bust his whole face wide open. Blood everywhere. You understand me? Yeah, and they just drag him straight out. You had to see the drag mark of blood going all the way out to the salad port. And they probably got out to the salad port then. They put some more hands and feet on him. I'm telling you, man, they was brutal with it. Brutal with it, man. Probably messing starting 5 up and everything. Brutal with it. You know what I'm saying? Older dude, too. Brutal with it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and these just some things. They was getting away with this stuff on a regular. You know, their main shot was to get you up in that cell, and yeah, once you get them cuffs on, they had that little procedure up there. Once you get through the door, you got the handcuffs and shackles on. They'll tell you, get on your knees and face the wall, and they'll take the shackles off. But if they had beef with you when you got on your knees, and they on the inside of that cell, and they, out of the visual of most people, then they'll start whooping on you. Kick on you, stomp on you, spit on you, call you the N-word, leave you laying down there in pain, bleeding and everything, and roll out the cell. You still in cuffs. Leave you up in that joint for about an hour or two, then come back, take the cuffs off. Still calling you the N-word. Still telling you better realize where you at. Still telling you that they gonna do what they want to do to you. Yeah, man. Vicious. Mean with it, dog. Mean with it. Mean with it. I'm telling you, man. And yeah, it was a vicious game going on up there, man. They shake your cell down, go in your cell, steal your property, give it to your gang dudes, and, let them sell it to somebody else. Steal your commissary, give it to the gang dudes that was hungry, just so the gang dudes be dropping dimes on other people, telling them this, telling them that. Man, it was all going on up there. Then the gang dudes would take commissary and take it up to them, feed them. You might got these hillbillies sitting up in the booth eating cup of noodle soups and chili bean pouches and lasagna pouches. Yes! Crazy, man. I'm like, man, this joint right here, like I'm in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Because by this time, I done did so much time that I'm like, man, I ain't seen it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I can't get it. And it ain't, like I say, on flatland, man, meaning that when you ain't up there in them mountains, you ain't got a whole lot of that going on. You got these bootlicking Uncle Toms down here on flatland. Don't get it twisted. But, they be, you can hand pick them out. But you got them up there, everybody was in one accord. And that was to be against you. They hate you. You locked up, you a convict, you an inmate. We don't like you, period. We racist, we don't like you. You the N-word, you ain't this, you ain't that. If you another nationality too, they won't rockin' with you. And they looked at the white dudes that was locked up like them being beneath them. When here it is, y'all chewing tobacco. You got the women up there chewing tobacco, man. The women is chewing tobacco and spitting and talking to you. Yes, sir. I'm like, man, what in the world? Man, where these people done put me at? You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, when you get in that system, they will put you in a place, man, that you did not even know existed. That you did not even know was possible on this planet. Except for what you done seen in a movie or, man, woo, good Lord, man. That's why I be feeling for them dudes that's up there and there, man, because I know what they going through, man. I know what they going through. They'll leave you behind that door, you know, and they lock you down and do what they want to do, man. Open the doors when they want to open them. They'll cut them phones off when they want to cut them off. They'll cut that water off when they want to cut it off. And they just sit back and wait for dudes to get to beefing with each other. And just so they can have target practice and shoot you. Bow. Get on the ground. Bow. Bow. Everybody on the ground. They still bust. They still, you got to, you're supposed to be like this, but you be wanting to do like this so you won't lose an eye. You know what I'm saying? So you won't lose an eye of that joint. You in the shower, dudes get to fight. They want you to lay down in this nasty, filthy shower where 100 babies might be on the ground, and man, don't get down. Bow, bow. They busting you. They busting you, my dude. Real talk, straight like that. And the whole time I was there, I never heard of an officer getting fired or getting, took into court, and none of that. You know what I'm saying? With all of this ill stuff going on, man, all of this, off the book stuff going on, ain't nobody being held accountable. Ain't nobody being held accountable. So you got to be on your pivot at all times. You got to be ready for whatever. And it is what it is. And that's a dangerous way to live, because it's going to put you in a mentality whereas to your back is against the wall. And when you got somebody back against the wall, that's a dangerous cat. You see what I'm saying? And that's how I was feeling up there. Like, man, it was times up there I felt like, man, this was going to be my last stop. Because I was just that much on edge. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. But I know if certain things happen, I know how I'm going to respond. I know how I'm going to go. But I know now what I'm up against. You see what I'm saying? I know what I'm up against. So, man, it was tense, man. It was tense. It was high level, man. High level tomfoolery and larceny going on at all times. Yeah, man. Then you had the nepotism going on up there. You had the family members going on up there. You got husband and wife, you got cousins and uncles and brothers and sisters and grannies up in that joint, man. They giving everybody a job. They giving everybody a job, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you might got the female, she might be a sergeant, or she might be a CO, or she might be a counselor. Her husband might be a lieutenant. He might be a major. He might be the unit manager. So you run afoul of her, and then next thing you know, they coming in there to whoop on you. They coming in there to whoop on you. I told you about the dude that he was a notorious gunner, and he gunned the female, and the husband and his crew came in there on the next shift and beat him down. Went straight in the cell and beat him down. No excuses, no get ready, no, beat him down, and poured water all in his TV, destroyed his property, all of that, and sent him to the jail. Ducked the hospital straight to the jail. Suffer back there. Yeah, go back there and suffer in pain. Yeah, you want to pull your thing out and show it to my woman, our women up here? No, yeah. Yeah. I tell you, the one they had at the time, he came in the pod one day because dudes was trying to complain and call home because the paperwork wasn't going nowhere. So dudes was calling home and telling their people. So just like on Flatland, anywhere else, your people gonna call it, the administration call up, Richmond, and keep calling the prison. Man, them people won't fighting at that stuff, man. They won't fighting at that stuff, man. I don't know what they was telling the people there in the Richmond administration, the big people. I don't know what they was telling them, but whatever they was telling them, they was getting away with it. Or either they was in cahoots, like, y'all run that up there how y'all want to run it. I don't know what was going on, but it won't get through to nobody. I remember the warden came in there, and I told you he brought his little country self up in there telling me, hey, y'all want to complain about the dogs biting you and chewing on you, and we shooting you and stuff. Well, if you fight, we gonna shoot you. And the dogs gonna chew on you. That's just what's gonna happen. And don't matter who you call or who you write, that's what's gonna happen. They gonna bite you and chew on you. Every time. You understand what I'm saying, man? It's like you in a no-win situation. No-win situation. You trapped off from real life, man. This ain't even real life, man. It's like you in the, you on Fantasy Island, man, where, ain't none of your fantasies coming true, but all of theirs, because they can do whatever they want to do to you, man. Whatever they want to do to you, when they want to do. They talking like, they talk to you just like straight racists. Straight racist, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything black is wrong. they would sit there and try to have a conversation with you, man, and tell you what's wrong with black people, man. And dare you to disagree with them. Man, this is insane, man. It was insane, man. I'm telling you, man, that place need to be condemned, man. That joint need to be shut down, man. If you got somebody, a family member, a loved one, a friend, a cousin, a third cousin, a seventh cousin, a cousin that somebody else cousin that you know that you friends with, man, if they on there, man, y'all need to reach out to them, man. Check on them people, man, and see if they alright, man. See if they alright, man. If they tell you something that's going on and you say to yourself, I ain't never heard nothing like that in my life, man. They got to be embellishing. They got to be exaggerating. I'm telling you, they not. They definitely not. You know what I'm saying? If somebody brought it up when I was, you know what I'm saying, did that video where I showed them pictures of me being locked up, and man, it got a picture of me on there, Wallace Ridge. Somebody brought it up to it. Said, Bank, man, you look like you was, you know what I'm saying, like you ain't had no life in you. I almost didn't. I almost didn't up there, man. I really almost didn't, man, because I went through stages. I'm in a stage of depression. I'm in this stage of, like just disbelief, man. It was just, you so down, man. It's like, man, this is what your life done came to. This is how you gotta live every day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know when I was gonna leave from up there, because they tricking dudes in the stand up there, because they got to keep them beds filled. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep them beds filled, man. You couldn't even go up for a transfer tab. You've been like 2 years charge free, and they giving you false charges. They giving you false charges. They looking at the quote and say, oh well, we ain't right, but 75 charges this month. We got to always write at least 150. So we got 75. You know what I'm saying? It's insane, man. It's insane. You be laying in your bed and get a charge the next day and say you won't stand for count yesterday. You laying in your bed, you get a charge the next day, people come read your charge and say, man, you just cussed the officer out yesterday when you ain't even encounter officer. You ain't even have a one-on-one with officer. You know what I'm saying? And you don't go to the hearing, and you automatically guilty. You automatically guilty. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do? Write it up? I just told you. They write up write-ups. They rip up write-ups in your face. Yeah, in your face. Which is illegal. You know what I'm saying? It's legal to do it, and they do it, and they make it legal because they making the rules. Then you go complain to a supervisor, and the supervisor go back and tell the CO that work your floor that he complaining about you. Now the CO down on you even more and telling you, oh, you wouldn't told my sergeant on me. And then he on you even more because the sergeant is already proved he on his side. You go to the lieutenant, then the lieutenant go tell the sergeant, and the sergeant go tell the officer, man, you ain't handled that yet? Huh? Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, this is real talk I'm giving y'all right now, man. I lived it. I was there. You know what I'm saying? I was there. I know what they got going on. I'm telling you, man, I wanted to kiss that nasty, filthy, dirty flow when I told me to pack up and leave that joint. That's how happy I was to get up off of there. Intact. You know what I'm saying? Intact. You know, to have ducked that hook. You know, a big hook. Big hook. Big swing and a miss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I was blessed, man. I was blessed, man, because I seen them up there get brutalized, punished, taken advantage of, shot, beat, stabbed, stomped, dragged. Yeah, I seen it, man, and it was sickening, man. It was sickening, and I'm quite sure there's a lot of it still going on, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all them brothers up there, man, in the belly of the beast, man, thugging it out, man. My heart goes out to you because I know what you're going through. Trust me, I know exactly what you're going through. You know, and if you can make it through that, man, you can make it through anything. Trust and believe that. You make it through that, you can make it through anything, man. You got to find the, you know, the silver lining, man, and that is just looking ahead, man, looking ahead. You know what I'm saying, and knowing that, you know, it get greater later. You dig? But anyway, man, I just had to talk about that, man, because it was on my mind, you know. But yeah, I know this, you know, might be a, you know, not your regular kind, but some of this stuff need to be talked about, man. Some of this stuff need to be brought to the attention of the people. Some of this stuff need to be shared with these youngins out here that's popping pistols and, you know, selling drugs and joining gangs and wanting to rob and steal and all that. Bruh, they got a place for you where you would never, ever want to be involved in anything illegal again in your life after spending 24 hours on it. So keep that in mind, man. You know, and like I said, if this video ain't for you, show it to somebody who you think is for, because they need to know what's waiting for them if they want it. But the good part about it is they gotta ask for it. They gotta ask for it by their actions. You know, by their actions out here in the free world, man. Whew. But anyway, like I said, man, it's a blessing in every lesson, man. And the blessing is, man, you know, God saw fit to bring me through that. He saw fit to bring me through that, man. And that's a mighty blessing, man. And I think he brought me through it, man, so I can tell y'all about it. You know, so I can tell y'all about it, so y'all might can keep somebody away from it. You know, and that's what we trying to do out here, you know, in this free world, man. Keep them from being in there and experiencing this, man. You know, so y'all spread the message, man. Spread the word, spread the movement, man. TBP Nation, man. We out here. Salute, man. Talk to me in the comments. I talk back. Be safe out here in these streets. Be smart, man. Make good decisions. Duck them hooks, man. They vicious in there.
The banky special. Yeah. Pure deliciousness. Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.